Hey guys, I've been asked to make a video on my setup, my full Gunslinger build, and the weapons I use for PvP. I use the Gunslinger subclass, because, I mean, what else is there? You have the Blade Dancer with that crappy super, and you've got Blink and whatnot. That's, if you want to use shotguns, go ahead, but honestly, Gunslinger is the way to go. I use triple jump. There's a very simple reason for that. You can just juke so much shit with this. If you stand on a ledge, you can fall down, you can jump back up. You have like 2 jumps to land, and you can really make plays with triple jump. So that is by far the most off-putting jump for the enemy player. It really helps you out a lot. It is piss awesome. On the golden gun, I use combustion, first of all, because you shoot a target and he explodes. If he has a friendly right next to him, he dies too, right? So if you have 2 enemies clustering up, you can kill both in one shot. Just hitting one of them, he'll explode and kill the other guy. And you can basically, in theory, you'll be able to kill an entire team in one shot if they gather up nicely, right? On top of this, I use keyhole. And keyhole, right? If they if they line up, you can kill 2-3 targets in one shot too, right? Because it overpenetrates. So you have combustion, which makes them explode, and you have keyhole, which, well, if they stand in a straight line, you can shoot everyone and they explode. Every single target explodes. So again, yeah, 1 bullet theoretically could kill an entire team. It never happens. I think the most kills I've gotten with the super, the Gunslinger super, the golden gun, is 5 kills, but it's still pretty fucking awesome. I think I've gotten 6 kills once. I've killed the entire team once, but you have the potential to do that though. That's the thing. I really like this. A lot of people go for armor in PvP. I don't like it. I don't. I prioritize agility and recovery over armor. You might die a bit quicker, but being swift, this is all about being quick. Like, you go in and you get the fuck out real quick, right? Triple jump, max agility, and then max recovery. You get out of the fight, you get out of the heat, then you recover real quick, and you come back and you kill them, right? This is definitely what I prefer playing with. And it might just be personal. It might just be personal preference. Yeah, sure. But I think armor sucks. Yeah, I'll put it that way. It sucks, man. I don't like it. Anyway, though, on the throwing knife, I use knife juggler. See, precision kills with throwing knife immediately resets its cooldown. That is pretty fucking awesome. With Gambler's Dagger, because you have 2 knives. Gain an additional throwing knife, it says. You have 2 throwing knives, right? When you kill someone with a headshot, you get that full reset on the knife. So you have 2 knives even after using one. If you miss one, fine, you still have a knife. If you miss 2, well, then you're out of knives, obviously. But I've got a shit ton of strength, dude. I've got a shit ton of strength. So the cooldown is decreased by 100% already. Yeah, pretty awesome. I almost always have my knives on me, and I use them all the fucking time. It's the perfect failsafe. If you don't use your knife, start doing it, because I swear, once you get used to it, it's gonna save your ass all the time, and you're gonna make epic plays by just throwing it randomly. I've killed so many people from afar just throwing it randomly. Sometimes you just get lucky, man. You hit someone in the face and it feels so good. It's brilliant. Right, also, I've been asked why I don't use trip mine grenade. I did this for quite a while. I use trip mine. The thing about the trip mine though is that it bugs out ever so often. People walk over it and it explodes and they don't die, or they don't take any damage whatsoever. It's the perfect way to block your escape, right? It's a perfect way to ensure that you'll get away. If people chase you, they run into the trip mine, they fucking die, right? But it just bugs out too much for me. I don't like it. Instead, I'm using incendiary grenade, and the cool thing about this grenade right here is that it bounces. It bounces off shit. So you hit a wall with it in the perfect angle. You can bounce it into a team like that. You can place it at the floor basically by just aiming at. Say you have a floor and then you have a tiny little box or whatever, and it's going to stop right there. So you can either stick it or you can make it bounce, and that I really like. I don't think it's that powerful. See, if they stand right on top of it when it explodes, it only deals 140 damage, and I think the tick, the damage over time when they are caught on fire, I think it takes like 4 or 5 times for 7 damage. So 140 plus, let's say 5 times it ticks, that's 35 damage. That's only 175 if they stand right on top of it. That is not a lot, but I mean, do that to a couple of people and shoot them once with your primary, and they all go. So it's still an extra. If you've damaged someone, you throw a nade and you finish them off with it, right? That is really what I like playing with, the incendiary grenade. This is by far the best setup for the Gunslinger Hunter, in my opinion. This is what works for me, you guys. A lot of people use chain of woe as well. This is good. Obviously, it's good, but I don't need the extra reload speed. I mean, I'm gonna get the fuck out to reload. I don't need to do it quickly. I'm just gonna leave and reload. If I'm dying and I don't have any more bullets, I'm gonna switch to my sniper rifle or whatever, right? So again, do what you feel like works for you. This is only what works for me. It's all personal preference, guys. Right, to my setup, yeah. I use the Thorn. This is my favorite weapon. There's just nothing like it. I've used it since early October last year. Since early October 2014. This is the first exotic I got, besides from the Icebreaker. I got it at level 24, and I haven't used any other weapon in PvP since. This is just my go-to weapon. It blows my mind every fucking time. It handles perfectly. The impact is a bit worse than, say, do I have anything else in here? See, the Devil You Know, right? The Devil You Know has basically the same impact as the Hawkmoon, but the rate of fire is also the same as the Hawkmoon, right? You see the rate of fire right there? I don't like using a slow hand cannon in PvP. And the thing about the Thorn is, because of this upgrade right here, Mark of the Devourer, you hit someone and then they take damage over time. That I know for a fact ticks 5 times and deals 7 damage every time. So you hit someone in the face twice and let the lingering damage do the rest, and it's an ensured 2-shot kill. Plus it fires quickly. So I mean, there's no reason to really use a slower hand cannon that deals less damage, in my opinion. This is just as good as it gets, really. I mean, for me, this is better than the Last Word. I would use this over the Last Word any day. I would use it over the Hawkmoon any day. I use aggressive ballistics on it, and the thing about aggressive ballistics is that you gain a tiny bit of impact. You see, tiny bit of impact you lose when you pick something else. That means you deal 3 additional damage when you shoot people in the face. It goes up from 81 precision damage to 84 precision damage, and that is gonna ensure that 2-shot kill even on Titans with full armor. If you use Across Ballistics, my impact just fell a bit. If you use Across Ballistics and you hit a Titan in the face twice, you run away, you expect him to die, and he doesn't die. Well, that's because he's spec'd armor in PvP. And he won't die because of that extra HP he's gotten. But with the aggressive ballistics on, you are sure to kill them in 2 shots every fucking time. It's brilliant. It's awesome. I use Send It as well. Increases range and accuracy. This means you can basically snipe with the Thorn using this. I rarely do that because I have a sniper. I'm going to show you that in a second. But it really is awesome to be able to deal the same damage from afar. I really like it. A lot of people use perfect balance, but in my opinion, the Thorn has a perfectly controllable recoil. So perfect balance, obviously, it's gonna make the weapon easier to control. If you have a hard time using Thorn because of the recoil, start out with perfect balance. I used that and accurized ballistics for 2 months, I think. Then I switched to Sended and aggressive ballistics, and I haven't gone back since. So if you're not used to the weapon, if you feel like it's not really treating you all that nicely, start out with perfect balance and accurized ballistics. It's gonna make it pop, like not even pop at all, really. So you can do that, but this is how I like to play. It ensures that people die in 2 headshots every time. The final round is just perfect. I mean, when you have 2 bullets left in the magazine, don't reload. If you feel like, yeah, I can hit someone with this, I'm gonna blast these 2 bullets into someone's skull, then they will drop immediately. It's like a Hawk Moon with the lucky bullet. It's like a 2-shot with the Hawk Moon. They just drop like that instantly. So the final round is really awesome. I rarely reload when I have 2 bullets left. I use the final boss too. It is arguably the best sniper rifle in the game. The thing about it is that it has pretty low stability. Like stat-wise, it's not that good. It's got a brilliant fire rate. The impact sucks, but you know that's these two. A high rate of fire comes with a low impact. That's just how it works. But the thing about this weapon is that I can't fucking use a sniper rifle with full stability. I'm just so used to high stability, low stability sniper rifles, like the Icebreaker. I use that in PvE all the time, and Final Boss in PvP I've used that for 2.5 months, I think. Used the low stability sniper before that too. If we compare these two, right, the Corrective is pretty much better. It's a lot better stat wise, but for some weird reason, I don't like it. First of all, this has got an agile snappy scope, right? Whereas the Final Boss has the short range scope. These scopes are identical, but they handle a bit differently. I'm used to the short range, so I prefer that. It feels like with the Final Boss, I'm able to strafe my shots in a way I'm not able to strafe my shots with the Correctives. And if I don't land the first shot with the Correctives, I'm making up for, automatically, on the right analog, I'm making up for recoil that is not there. So, it's really, it's fucking me over. I don't use it in PvP, ever. Final Boss, very fucking good weapon. The perks don't matter. I don't care about the perks. I really don't. I mean, it's nice enough, you know, having the increased reload speed when the weapon's mag is empty, but the reload speed is pretty high as is. So, I mean, you don't really need that. It's unusable perks. Brilliant weapon, however, for PvP anyway. I use Corrective Measure as well. The thing about this weapon is that it's got an incredibly high rate of fire while still having nice impact. If you get heavy ammo in PvP, you shoot someone in the face, even if they have heavy ammo, you'll be able to outdamage them because they get staggered. The rate of fire makes sure that if you hit them in the face exclusively, they can't aim at you. They can't fucking aim because the aim just pops up. They are staggered for good. Get the first shot and you will win the trade. It's just how it is. It's brilliant. It's not like a 75 headshot weapon like the Jolder's Hammer or say the Swarm, but you can stack up people so quickly with this. It doesn't really matter. They drop just as fast as they do with the Jolders. It deals 38 damage headshots, and that's fine. That's perfect. I mean, 6 bullets and they die, right? I use accurized ballistics on this, and I use that for the tiny bit of increased impact, really, right? So I deal a bit more damage with it. That's really it. You can use this for less recoil, but you don't really need that, seeing you've got persistence. This weapon grows more accurate the longer it is fired. That counts for the recoil as well, so it grows more stable, right? Pretty piss awesome. The most insane thing about this weapon, however, is that using Field Scout, you have 100 bullets in the magazine. When you pick up heavy ammo, you've got 150 bullets. Just from one heavy ammo crate. I mean, what the fuck is that? That is completely mind-blowing. So this weapon altogether, man, it is sick. You have surplus as well. I expect to find more ammo for this weapon. I'm not sure. I mean, this weapon is pretty fucking good. Right, we've got the Knucklehead Radar, and this is the last weapon a last piece of equipment I'm gonna talk about. I use this only because the radar remains visible while aiming primary weapons. This perk right here, this one, sensor pack. This perk is the only reason why I use this helmet. It's just so important for me. See, I've been using this helmet for, I don't know, three months, I think. I've been using this, and I'm just so used to the fact that my radar is always visible. It's always visible. I get put off if I put on another helmet. It's what I'm used to. It's what I play with normally. It's working wonders for me. Also, obviously, I've got the one with 104 strength to help me decrease the cooldown time of my throwing knives. So altogether, this works perfectly. I mean, the rest of my setup here is just random. I mean, it's whatever. I don't care about it really. Increased melee attack speed, yeah, sure, that's fine. Right, I rarely go in melee range. I use throwing knives before I get too close to people, because they might have a shotgun, and you know how it is in PvP in Destiny, that if you go into melee, chances are you both die because of lag. So I mean, I rarely do that unless I know I can kill them in one melee, right? Fusion rifles and scout rifle ammo, I never use any of those weapons. This is just here. I just have this. I mean, fuck's sake, because I haven't gotten the raid chest piece yet. And carry more ammo for heavy weapons. I'm not sure what that does in PvP, to be honest, because you only really get 150 bullets from the crate anyway. I don't think you get more from it because of this, but you might be able to hold more heavy ammo in PvP too. Like if you kill a lot of people on the enemy team with heavy, you can pick up more bullets, but you don't want to pick up everything at once anyway, because if you die, you're going to lose everything at once. So you want to save those boxes of heavy ammo on the ground until you die, and you could go pick them up and still have heavy. But right, guys, that's really all there is to it. This is my Hunter Gunslinger, and it works for me. It's personal preference, like I said earlier, but anyway, that is exactly what's going on here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do like and subscribe and whatever. I'm gonna put a link to a stream highlight in the about section. I think that's what I don't use YouTube all that much. I'm trying here, but I'm gonna put a link to that video. It's got a 27 KD game, a 22 KD game, and a 6 KD game in full succession. I figured I'd upload a clip of some continuous gameplay instead of just uploading one particular game, and in that you can see exactly what this build does. So go check that out if you want to see it in action. I know this video was a bit longer than I had expected it, but I feel like everything's been explained now, and I hope you understand exactly what I've been saying here. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later, yeah?